I'm off to clean the Mustang, the wonderful Mustang I had. But kids, I got to do my part. It is a Santa, but it ain't a secret Santa in my neighborhood. So I guess this Christmas I have to dress up like Santa Claus and try not to speed in Scottsdale to the mall. Obviously, I think my leg kind of slipped and hit the accelerator. I'm not complaining about the $300 ticket because to be serious about it, I could see that I shouldn't have been speeding in the dark, not knowing where I was going. But I guess I had to go over there and buy my own clothes because there's no secret Santa in my neighborhood. But anyway, yeah, I'm starting out my morning ritual. Shit, unless Nick Hart of a hero went out there at this face, my Mustang. They were like, "Oh yeah, we got your ass now." But sorry, I just buy another one. But it's a Santa, kids, but it ain't a secret Santa in my neighborhood. But anyway, it go. I'm just outdone, and I can only account for the 7 years I've been here trying to win a car from Sanderson Ford, and that secretary telling me that, are you born here? And I say no. She said that's why, and I talked to the owner or the supervisor. She transfers me to a number answering service. I leave my whole spiel and on that and feel like I'm so heartbroken, which I was. And that was in 2016, I believe. And the lady still haven't called me back. But the thing about it, I'm going to watch this contest really closely, and that's that man's money to do what he wants to do. But you cannot have a contest with all the rules and regulations not clearly stated on the form, whether it's you writing something and putting it in a bucket or buying a sweepstakes ticket for the giveaway, because people donate cans of soup, wads of money, thinking they can win, have a better chance of winning, and whatever. But if the contest is rigged to only give away the vehicle to a person that's born in this town, it is a dishonest contest, because you cannot be 5 years old and buy a ticket, a lottery ticket or anything else, and be the beneficiary of that ticket or the winner of that ticket. So I don't care if that's that man's money or his cars that he's selling. You have to state that this is only for Valley people, and the likelihood of you winning, I understand that. And so for 4 years, when that happened to me, I was saying, maybe the odds of me not winning is astronomical. And let me ask this girl. I said, you know what? How do I enter this contest? Maybe I was doing something wrong, and I never win anything. And that's when she said, "Are you born here?" I said, "No." She said, "That's why," which tells me you cannot say you have something for 3 worthy vets and isolate your vets from other vets, because we all went to the service, either if we volunteer or were drafted. You can't distinguish your vets from other vets because you have nothing in common as far as volunteering to serve your country. So you can't do that, and especially on a professional level or a national level or a commercial format. You cannot do that. So I'm going to watch this contest and get an outside lawyer and see who wins this one, which is probably going to be the first snowbird in history to win this car. I wouldn't be surprised if it's me. And I tell them, look, man, I've already bought a 2018 Mustang. Unless you want to pay it off or something, I don't need your car. well, we need you to shut the fuck up. Is probably what he's going to say. Or he's going to give it away to an out-of-town vet. He has to prove for, at least for the 7 years I've been here, he can probably get away with that because the odds of you winning is astronomical. But if he's been holding this contest, let's say for 20 or 30 years, and he has to have a record of who won, who he gave the vehicle away to. They have to pay the tax and plates and whatever. It's going to be a record of who has those vehicles, where they're from, and things like that. If no one ever won those vehicles that moved to this town and they're from somewhere else, and only Valley people have won it, that test was rigged and it's dishonest from day one. He can get sued for it. I'm not telling you to sue Sanderson for it, but if I find out, I'm finna sue him for everything he got and drive every fucking car on his lot. Because you have to state if that contest is only for Valley people and it is not for a 5-year-old to buy a ticket and you to give a car to her. I'll put it in that context. If you think it's some loophole or something, it ain't. You have to state. That's why Sanderson Ford came on the next day with his wife, if he's married, or with the secretary that fucked up and told me, you have to be born here, and said, we don't have a problem with no vet. Now, y'all should be able to, as smart as you are and dumb as I am, to go back and look at commercials that Sanderson Ford made. And you'll see it was something out of the ordinary, because I know y'all shaking your head saying, well, we didn't say anything. When he said, we don't have a problem with no vet. I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to be watching this contest closely. Thank you.